scoring YouTubers for ladies and gentlemen. It's the Natural Born Thriller. And welcome everyone to this TNA Wrestling Review, where I'll be giving you the TNA Sacrifice Go Home Show edition for TNA Impact from March 27th, 2024. And let's not waste any time, folks. Let's just get right into it. And following after this results, stay tuned because after the results, I will be doing a preview pertains to the TNA Sacrifice card that they did for 2024. The show already happened. I'm trying to do everything I can to avoid any type of spoilers and seeing any results of it of any kind, so I can make sure I can watch the show, and I'll do a review of that maybe on a Sunday. Because now that I think about it, yeah, the first TNA the TNA Impact results that I did for February 29th, 2024. That'll be later on in the day, early afternoon, and then later on I will do another upload for this review. Actually, that's gonna be also with the preview as well, attached to it, which I have the preview uploaded on the Sunday as well, which will be like early afternoon, and then later on that same day, on that Sunday night, I will have the sacrifice one upload as well, as once I get to watching the show, which I will watch the show on a Saturday somewhere around on that time. So I got a lot of free time to do so. So let's get right into it, folks. So yeah, this TNA Impact results for 2024 on March 7th. Here we go. We opened the show with the TNA X Division Champion Mustafa Ali versus Kevin Knight. Match itself was starting ended up being pretty good of what they presented us here. And then we get the shenanigans. So as soon as we get the securities, getting taken out because they were attending Mustafa Ali on the outside. For the security, make sure he's okay and everything. Also, Kevin Knight comes out comes up to the top, I should say, and then he dives onto Mustafa Ali, but he got out of the way in the nick of time, and then Kevin Knight ends up landing onto the four securities of Mustafa Ali, and then the match continues on in the ring. All of a sudden, the Good Hands comes out of nowhere. Basically, the same copy and paste thing they did back in TNA No Surrender, and then you had Kushida and Chris Sabin come out as well to make the save, and then that's where all hell breaks loose, folks, because they will start fighting in the ring, and then they fall outside the ring, and then the Good Hands was trying to get involved, and then also more distractions from there, more distractions from there, and all that, and like it just took me out of the moment, took me out of the match, took me out of everything that they did here, and I was not a fan of how they booked this match, and I'm like, wow, this is not a good start. The intends to me, getting behind Mustafa Ali. Not his fault though, but it's that the way they're booking it. I'm not a fan of how they're booking this whole thing with Mustafa Ali. I get he's a heel and all that, and they want him to have help and everything, which is why you have his personal securities out there to do the helping for him. Why do you need the Good Hands out there is beyond me, and then why you need this type of shenanigans out there is beyond me as well. It just took away everything that I was enjoying about this match too, which ended up being because like I said, I was enjoying the match for what it was. It was a damn good match, but the shenanigans got in the way. Reminds me of the shenanigans they be trying to do, or should I say they always been doing with the House of Torture. I just hope that we don't get House of Torture in TNA Wrestling, but I doubt that because Jack Perry is not gonna be part of TNA for that, because AEW, because he's still on the contract with AEW, and no, he's not fired. He didn't quit. It's a storyline. So there you go. Just like it's a storyline that Kenny Omega is fired from the Elite, and then you have the news outlets making these headlines that Kenny Omega got fired from AEW, just for a little clickbait. Hate those type of things. But anyways, but after the match, Mustafa Ali and the Good Hands took out Kevin Knight. So Mustafa Ali did the 450 splash on the arm. So basically, he broke his arm, and all of a sudden Alex Shelley comes out. He was unfortunately, or didn't make it on time, and there you go. So that's basically it for that one. So then we get the doctors checking on Kevin Knight, and Kevin Knight will not be clear for TNA Sacrifice, which is why Alex Shelley said he's gonna fill in, where it pertains to Time Machine, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, Kushida, and then also Alex Shelley starts saying to about, I can't remember how he said it, where it pertains to or friends of four or something like that. I can't remember how he said it, but then Chris Sabin was like, what does that supposed to mean? And then Alex Shelley's like, because he was basically saying to Chris Sabin, where were you and no surrender? And I see myself, wait a minute, then he just told Chris Sabin that he to not get involved, and Chris Sabin he said the same thing that I said in a way. And it's like you told me not to get involved, and then actually but I think that Kushi was going to throw in the towel, and so basically they're driving this riff between Alex Shelley with Time Machine, with Time Machine here, and I'm thinking maybe they're gonna have Alex Shelley turn heel, but I gotta see what happens at Sacrifice to see where they do that. So it's gonna be Time Machine that's gonna involve Kushida, Alex Shelley, and Chris Sabin to take on Mustafa Ali and the Good Hands. So we thought. We'll get to that later. Uh, Ash by Elegance, personal consular, or however you say it, whatever. I gotta learn how to say that by the way. That way I can say it the right way. He demands, this woman who's trying to introduce herself, um, and she basically tells her to leave and tells the referee to leave because he's going to represent Ash by Elegance. Ashley comes out because this is going to be her second match, and so we get Ash by Elegance being coming by his hype man versus Angel Blue, and match didn't last that long, and basically Ash by Elegance, her performance. Yeah, she may have improved in the ring and everything, where it pertains to what she's got to do in the ring, and not looking sloppy, not looking botchy and all that. Here's the thing about Ash by Elegance. In the ring, she sucks. That's just the way how I see her in ring performance. She came from the world of bodybuilding. In fact, anyone that came out of the world of bodybuilding, could mean something, like Lex Luger. Um, Hell, even Tiffany Stratton. She did bodybuilding, and I can't remember who else did bodybuilding as well. Um, but also, if I remember as well, before, Shingo Takagi from New Japan Pro Wrestling, he did the bodybuilding as well. Obviously he ends up being great as a wrestler. We had a few old guys that have been bodybuilders. John Cena was a bodybuilder. Um, and I thought he always looked decent in the ring when he first started, but then he got sloppy and everything and all that. Where like he's performed like he's not, like I've never seen him perform before. Is trash. Um, but Ash by Elegance here, Dana Brooke, her real name, whatever her real name is, Ashley something, whatever. Um, she's not. She sucks. She In the ring, she's garbage, and I don't see her getting any better. Is she athletic? Because she's doing some gymnastic stuff out, and all that, but um, not much to say about this. To me, and the way that she's being presented too, pertains to what she's wearing. It reminds me of when Lex Luger was doing something like that, except there's no mirror. Basically she's the narcissist. That's what Lex Luger was. He was a narcissist. Um, which was a huge thing that he did during that time. And then this man later on, decided I'm gonna turn him into the next Hulk Hogan. Now I don't see the same thing happen with Dana Brooke, by the way, but to her become the next Hulk Hogan or anything. Which is gonna also rock the red, white, and blue, and have her own Lex Express, her own Lex Express. I'm pretty sure if that had been the case, it'll be called the Ash Express. The Ash Express. It's easy for me to say. But anyways, yeah, and she wins, by the way. Yeah, so Yeah, this is and this is and they're gonna have her become the TNA women's TNA Knockouts World Champion in the future. Let's say like somewhere maybe from some anniversary or Bound for Glory is not going to be very good for the Knockouts division at all. And unless she improve of her in ring work and all that, instead of having her in the ring with enhancement talents like they hear so far, I don't see her getting any better in the ring. So she's got to prove me wrong of what she can bring to the table as a women's wrestler in the Knockouts division. And the way she can do that is to wrestle those that are on the roster, or someone that's an unknown name from outside of TNA wrestling, and wrestle her, and then give her the type of match that that she can give us, you know, which there's I can't think of any match that I can think of back in the WWE days, not even NXT, where oh yeah, Dana Brooke had a great match. No, no. Well, yeah, but that was the end of that match. So Ashback goes, she wins, and I think it's her first move, which is a swanton. She calls it the uh, Refiant Air. I think that's what it's called. Whatever. Moving on. Um, we get Steve Macklin. Who looked like he was at home. He basically was doing a video Zoom, whatever what it was that he was doing. To basically cut a promo pertains to what he did to Nick Nemeth in Puerto Rico. All of a sudden he gets into yeah, he was at the hotel. Yeah, I remember now. He was at his hotel. So, but he was attacked by someone that was off the camera, and then we see him getting laid out. All of a sudden we see someone appearing with his Nike sneakers. He picks it up, and all of a sudden he shows himself to be Nick Nemeth. And there you go. So Nick Nemeth was the one who attacked him. Then we get to the good hands. Um, John Skyler and Jason Hotch versus the Time Splitters, Alex Shelley and Kushida. Alex Shelley is showing signs of being, um, having tensions with Kushida, and it showed not only from the entrance, but it also shows also in the ring as well when they have this match. And after the match was decent for what it was, at one point you have Alex Shelley getting headbutted by Kushida, even though it was accidental, but he blames Kushida for making that mistake. And then there was another bump they had too as well later on, where he blames Kushida again, which is that whole thing. And then either way, he still hopes to defeat the Good Hands. Um, so the Good Hands lose the match. After the match, the Science are arguing over all the miscommunications that they had in the match, and that's basically what happened from there. I skipped the Dirty Dongo segment because I didn't care for it. Moving on, and we'll get to the match he has against Josh Alexander. You'll hear more about that when I get to it. So also we get Mustafa Ali with his group of securities, and the Good Hand shows up and they apologize for the loss, but they said they will make up to him on Sacrifice. And then Mustafa Ali basically thanks the Good Hands for their services and replaces them for the Grizzly Young Vets. And then Jason Hotch did not appreciate that, and John Scholar is like, he's great. He has some weird obsession with Mustafa Ali. Um, we get to Masha Samovich, who was one half of the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, with another with Killer Kelly, the other half of the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, versus Danny Luna with Jody Dredd. And match itself between Marshall Samovich and Danny Luna was pretty good. I thought, for what it was, I thought it was a pretty good match. A very competitive match between the two. In the end, out of nowhere, with I guess they call it the Luna landing. And Luna gets the win over on Marshall Samovich. Like, whoa. I don't think they announced anything about the tag titles being defended on Sacrifice. Yeah, not even a real package with or a video or promo which tends to decay, you know. But I'm assuming it's not on the card unless it was announced like maybe on the pre-show. I guess I'm assuming. But I haven't heard anything about it. So, but either way, match itself I thought was good. There was nothing happening after the match. It was just the heels retrieving and and trying to regroup. So excuse me. Alan Angels versus PCO, and PCO wins. It was basically a squash. Even though Alan Angels had some shots in, but he was losing either way. After the match, PCO and Kong go at each other, and then Kong took him out with a chair for a bit until Alan Angels all of a sudden he tried to give Kong a high five, and then Kong grabs Alan Angels and snaps his neck. Yeah, and I guarantee you, watch when Alex Rondos, I mean Alex Rondos, or again Alex Rondos film. He's from AEW, wrestling on Rampage or Ring of Honor, or whatever, from the Dark Order. But I meant to say Alan Angels. The irony, by the way, because Alan Angels was part of that faction until he ends up being gone. It's for the best, by the way, because he's better off without them. But anyways, Alan Angels, um, with his neck being snapped, I guarantee you, the next time when he does the sound check show, he's gonna wear a neck brace. He's basically gonna wear the Andy Kaufman neck brace. So, but the brawl continues on with Kong and PCO until they fall backstage, and that was it. We never heard from them again. So, and I don't remember if they announced a match. Oh yeah, actually they did. It's a no disqualification match they're gonna have. I thought this would be called a Monsters Ball match for Sacrifice. But that was not the case at all. But either way, it's gonna be no disqualification match. It's basically the same thing, except this will be where it pertains to, they could do whatever they want and not get disqualified. Because last time they got disqualified. Obviously, Kong comes off disqualified. So, with purposely, that was the case, and that was the reason why they decided to do this match on Sacrifice. If they want to do something pertains to this match, they should call it a Sacrifice match between these two, because one of these monsters got to be sacrificed. I'm just saying. But I digress. TNA Wrestling, they announced they're gonna be in Albany, where it to Under Siege, the next TNA pay-per-view on their TNA Plus, and they talk about some other things that's happening as well. For Saturday, March 16th. And by the way, the Under Siege show is gonna be on Friday, March 3rd, and then after that, it's gonna be the TNA Impact show that's gonna be pre-show is gonna be recorded on the Saturday on May 4th, which is gonna be aired for Thursday, and then on the 16th, for Saturday, So I'm assuming that's where they film the, their the shows for, for and the air on Thursdays is on Saturdays. So at least I think that's what's the case of it, but I digress. But basically, yeah, that's basically what they did here. TNA Wrestling will have Under Siege on March 3rd, and there you go. And it's going to be in Albany, New York. We see Crazy Steve defeating Rhino in the no disqualification match on TNA Explosion. And basically retain his TNA Digital Media Championship. And now he's going to turn his attentions to Laredo Kid, who lost to Jake Something, but we're going to go by Laredo Kid. So, I thought it was going to lead to Crazy Steve versus Jake Something, because last I checked, Laredo Kid lost to Jake Something. I don't know. We hear from Eric Young. Eric Young, says that he's going to be challenging Moose for the TNA World Championship at Sacrifice. So since that Sacrifice isn't just the name of the event, it's his a way of life. Talks about dedicating everything that he has done for this company, and would do it again in a heartbeat. Also, Moose comes out, and Moose guarantees that no matter the result, he will keep coming forward. I'm sorry, Moose didn't come out yet. Eric, continue on talking, pertains to pertains to Moose, pertains to that he has the thing that he desires most, and that's the TNA World Championship. And then Eric guarantees, no matter the result, he will keep on going forward. And then that's when Moose comes out. So I apologize for that. Moose, tells Eric Young, despite how much sacrifice, passion, and dedication he may have to bring, to come out where will always be the same, and still your TNA World Champion. And the Moose teases, by way to sacrifice, we could have this match right here, right now. He didn't say it like that, but basically, just making a joke of it. Saying to how wrestling is nowadays. And WWE does that most likely every time they have a chance. Um, and then Moose, he backs off. He said because that's not how the system works. And he kept buying some time and kept saying that's not how the system works. All of a sudden, I already knew from there. Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers, they jump Eric Young from behind. And Edwards comes out with a steel chain, Moose wraps around his shoulder. Same thing like he did back in No Surrender against Alex Shelley. And he spears Eric Young until we get the TNA World Tag Team Champions, ABC, Chris Bay and Austin Ace Austin coming out. See, I almost said Austin Theory. And that was supposed to be it. And they didn't mention anything about tag team titles being on the line for ABC. Again, same thing with MK Ultra. They didn't say anything about that either. I don't know, but that's something I'm gonna look up, and when I get a chance to, then you see after this I give you the my final results, which I'm about to do right now. Then we'll find out together. So we had Dirty Dongle with Alpha Bravo and Oleg Predius versus Josh Alexander. That was the main event, folks. And I skipped the main event. And Josh Alexander wins. Because I knew Dirty Dongle was going to lose. And on top of that, Dirty Dongle with him in the ring, not impressive. Hell, he wasn't even impressive when I first saw him wrestle. When he was on Johnny Curtis. And tends to his Dirty Dongle gimmick too as well. I mean, Fawn Dongle, I meant to say, his Fawn Dongle gimmick. Not even then. Obviously, I can't blame him that much anyway, because they want to work the style of the WWE style in a way. So, but maybe NXT, maybe he allowed me in some parts of it, but other than that, don't care. Don't care about the gimmick that he's doing. Don't care about his stick. Don't care about these promos that he does. Don't care about the video he does. Don't care about anything he does at this point. It's garbage. So yeah, H. Alexander wins, and what they said, it was the best match he ever had. Well, I'll take their word for it, but I'm not gonna watch it. So, but there you go, folks. That was it for this Gomer Show edition for TNA Impact, pertains to going to TNA Sacrifice of 2024, and that will do it for this edition for I got to get the date again. Just give me a moment, folks. For March 7th, 2024, for this TNA Impact results for this TNA Wrestling review. So, total my wrestling was 6 matches, and my overall strength for the show, I'm gonna go with, because I didn't watch the main event, and yeah, basically because I didn't see the main event, I'm gonna go with a 6.5 out of 10, just to be generous. And on top of that, the opening match was good until they did the shenanigans, and wasn't a fan of how they did it. Basically, the whole copy and paste they did from that No Surrender's main event, with Alex Shelley versus Chris Sabin. I mean, Alex Shelley versus Chris Sabin. Well, that probably will be a match, by the way. Since they're teasing Alex Shelley turning heel. So, but Mustafa Ali versus Chris Sabin, I meant to say. But there you go, folks. That's my my TNA Impact results pertains to the TNA Wrestling review. Alright, folks, now for this portion, welcome to this TNA Sacrifice 2024 preview. So let's get right into it. We're going to find out together exactly what on the cards is going to be. So the countdown to Sacrifice pre-show match here, it will be the Rascals versus Speedball Mountain. didn't we already had this match already on the pre-show last time when they did a preview, and we're doing it again? I guess this time Nick Nemeth and Steve Macklin will not be involved. I guess, but they probably will. Either way. So since they're on the show, so but we'll see how that turns out. You know. Oh, obviously when I get to see it. But I think they'll go for Speedball Mountain to win here this time. They won. I mean, he had Rascals win last time, so I'm pretty sure they got Speedball Mountain win here. 50-50 booking, and then they'll do the rubber match maybe on TNA Impact. All right, so let's get to the card now, the actual card. Mustafa Ali and what was going to be the Good Hands is now going to be the Grizzle Young Vets to go up against Time Machine, Chris Sabin, Kushida, and not Kevin Knight, Alex Shelley, because again, Alex Shelley is going to be taking the place of Kevin Knight because the Good Hands and Mustafa Ali make sure of that. So yeah, so that's Time Machine by the way. As far as who wins, Mustafa Ali and the Grizzly Young Vets, I can see them winning, and I can see more tensions with Alex Shelley, keep growing until we get to the actual heel turn, whenever that happens. Nick Nemeth versus Steve Macklin. Nick Nemeth, I could definitely see him winning. They're not gonna have him lose. He's not gonna be in this match against Steve Macklin, and then Steve Macklin's gonna just beat Nick Nemeth. Nick Nemeth's gonna win. But I'm expecting a good match to see this, and we'll see how that turns out. Speaking of another match I'm expecting to be good as well is Alex Hammerstone versus Josh Alexander 2. And since Alex Hammerstone has now signed with TNA Wrestling, I can definitely see him winning this time. But we shall see. We get a no disqualification match between PCO versus Kong. And I think Kong's going to win this match since PCO won the last match, and then PCO can challenge him, because I'm assuming it's going to be it's going to continue with the feud here to the next pay-per-view, which I believe which is going to be Under Siege, by the way. At least I think it's going to be Under Siege, unless there's another pay-per-view on the April, like or Rebellion, if I recall. But I'll check it later though. But I do see Kong win here, and then that PCO could challenge to a match later on down the line. This time it'll be Monsters Ball. Now we get to, okay, so now we have some updates here with the titles here. So we are going to have the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships be on the line here, and it has nothing to do with the K, because it's going to be MK Ultra, Marshall Summervision, and Killer Kelly versus Danny Luna and Jody Durant. I don't see Danny Luna and Jody Durant winning here, especially how they having them winning matches against the champions in singles matches. Even when they weren't champions, they still haven't beat them matches in singles matches. So I do see MK Ultra, obviously they're gonna retain, unless they do some of Decay get involved, but I doubt that. But we shall see. But I am going for MK Ultra to retain here. Do I see Dan Luna and Joey Dredd become a champion later on down the line? I could, but I also see some retains to Cy Brookside and Tasha Steelz becoming a tag team somewhere down the line as well. That could happen, but we shall see. But if we get to another TNA World Tag Team Championship match going on, and it will be ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay versus, and they're part of the club, by the way, versus the Systems, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. Obviously, you're gonna have Lizard Edwards involved here, and I do see the System win here. The System are gonna win and become new TNA World Tag Team Champions, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be with the assist of Alicia Edwards somewhere down the line. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. The TNA Knockouts Championship, on the the TNA Knockouts World Championship, I should say, is online with Jordan Grace defending against Cy Brookside and Tasha Steelz in the three-way match. Since Cy Brookside and Tasha Steelz got themselves counted out, from their last match, that's why you had Jordan Grace out there and making the announcement that she wants to face both of them in a three-way match to show how much of a fighting champion she's going to be, and she's going to prove that by retaining here. The question is, who's going to take the pinfall here? Is it going to be Tasha Steelz, or is it going to be Sarah Brookside? If I had to choose, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Tasha Steelz, because I thought they'll have Sarah Brookside lose here. But then again, Sarah Brookside could lose as well, pertains to make her look to protect her, make her look strong in defeat. And I definitely see that happening. If they play the cards right. And finally, the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, Moose defending against Eric Young. Now, based on what they did on the Sacrifice Oklahoma show for TNA Impact, with Eric Young being taken down and all that and being destroyed, some say he could win, because whenever someone gets the beatdown before we get to the pay-per-view show, they they end up winning at the end, once we get to the pay-per-view. I don't see it happening here though. I think they'll tease it. They'll tease Eric Young, he could possibly win against Moose. When he's coming in less than 100%, and Moose will still will come out on top with the returning from even though he's his storyline, he's still suspended, but he's gonna go against the rules of being suspended and attack Eric Young. Obviously with some distractions and all that, because I'm pretty sure the system's gonna be out there to for that, to make sure that that'll be coming to play. So I can see that happening, and obviously because we can still continue that feud with Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian, because I guarantee that's not over. Just because they had that match back in No Surrender does not mean that was gonna be the end of the program. I believe they're gonna come back to this, and then build up to maybe like around Summerversary, where that's gonna be the final chapter to close up that feud or rivalry, of I should say. But then they could also and you could also revisit that somewhere down the line later on, where path they chose. So, but we shall see. But I do see Moose retaining here. I don't think he's gonna lose the belt, and this is where we're gonna be seeing the system having all the gold, except for Alicia Edwards, because Alicia Edwards is not going for the title here. And I don't want her to grab that title anyways. Because let's face it, she's not that good in the ring. But I rather watch her in the ring more so than Dana Brooke, or Ash by Elegance, I should say. Speaking of Ash by Elegance, I could definitely see her be on the show to watch the match here with Jordan Grace, Sarah Brookside, and Tasha Steelz. Okay, I thought I was gonna sneeze. But anyway, folks, there you go. That was my TNA Wrestling. What pertains to this TNA preview for Sacrifice 2024. And there you go, folks. I have to give you TNA Impact results, followed by the TNA Sacrifice 2024 preview for this TNA Wrestling review. Thank you all for watching. For It's the Natural Born Thriller, as I say, peace on the streets, all you be well. Stay safe. Take care of yourself, everything that's going on in the world. And I am out here. Ta-ta for now. You see me next time when it pertains to on here on my YouTube channel. I will give you the TNA Sacrifice 2024 results, where it comes to my next TNA Wrestling review. That's also going to be added to more of my pay-per-view reviews as well. So, folks, stay tuned for that one, okay? Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and fuck Bruce Pritchard.